Cancer, how you doing? So you can probably see that one, Steve has a dodgy eye, and two, that we have a new thing up here. So up here. So we're going to look at card 1, where are you now? Then we're going to look at card 2, challenges and do's and don'ts. But then we're going to go all the way down to look at what is triggering you. Okay, so what is it that triggers, well, what triggers them off? What is triggering you? Okay, so let's see. So for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, or Life Path 7s. If you're a Life Path 7, you can also watch this. Let's see. Where is Cancer now? What is going on with Cancer now? So Cancerian, thinking about your partner, thinking about your children. I don't know if you're actually speaking. This could also be very childish behavior. Can be like a lot of arguments. A lot of things that are resorted to, like text messages, getting caught up between what does that mean? I don't understand what that means because that's a text message and I don't know what it means. You're not speaking to me. Why are you not telling me face to face? It's like you might be thinking about me all the time, but why do you think about me all of the time? Why can't you actually speak to me? Okay, these are normally just thinking cards. They're not actually speaking. And if they are, then it's more of a text message than an actual verbal communication, right? So where you are now, more than likely, is basically thinking about work, thinking about money, thinking about the next direction of your life. You could be thinking about your partner. Let's see, where is Cancer now? What is Cancer up to now? So in the now position, there you go. So there's a hell of a lot of thinking. These two cards came up in another reading, and I'm not sure if it was Patreon for the week. I think it could have been YouTube, but because this is the next 48 hours. But these were very childish ways of communicating. There could be someone that's new that's thinking about you, or you're thinking about someone new for a lot of you here. But these are normally where the communication is non-existent. They are, or they was, text messages of just sending texts, but like LOL and like, you know, just like very childish communication, thinking about one another, but actually thinking, how childish is this situation? Now, if you're in an argument with someone and they're kind of like, oh, I'm not speaking to you, and you're like, okay, well, I'm not speaking to you either. You're kind of thinking about one another, thinking about, why are they not texting? Why are they not saying anything? But if you've had an argument about text messages, then this is because there's been an argument about, look, do you have to keep texting me all the time? If you want to speak to me, then, you know, pick up the phone and actually talk. But if you don't, then I don't want to keep receiving text messages all day because I'm at work. Like, you know, if you're at work, like, I thought about this, right? Cancer or Life Path 7s. Like, my mother and father, like when my father went out to work when I was a kid, there were no mobile phones back then. Back then, there was no I can't speak this morning. There were no mobile phones at all, okay? So, but plus, trust me, when my dad used to be a bricklayer, when he was, like, building houses, he would not be picking up a phone to my mother or answering a text message because he's at work. She wouldn't want to message him anyway. But, like, you know, when he was alive, God bless his soul, for art thou. But, like, you know, back in days at Thusla, there were no text messages. There were no phones. It was, good morning, dear, blah, blah, blah. See you later. Here's your coffee. Gone out the door. Gone to work. Nowadays, people get into so many arguments just over, like, why do you have to keep texting me all the time? I'm at work. Like, why can't we just talk later when I get home? Why can't we talk then? Okay. Now, if that isn't relating to you at all, where you are is more than likely here single, maybe looking around, maybe browsing. It could, I'm also saying Kevin or proud or browse. Okay, eyebrows. Some of you could be, don't be a Libra and have wonky eyebrows. But like, if you're a Libra and your eyebrows are like here, then I don't know, someone's got like big eyebrows, I don't know, painted on eyebrows. But like here or highbrow, okay, or Hebrew or zebra or Hebrew, but like, or Hinda or Hilda. But like highbrow, isn't that when it's like, oh, hello, dear, isn't posh? It's like, oh, it's going to a highbrow. Like a very posh do. Okay, it could be someone that's very posh, like from Cambridge or something. Someone that's British. Okay, but like if you're single, might be where you're looking. if you are a single mum and you're not really looking for anybody, you're a single mum, okay, and these are your children, okay, and if this is your relationship and it's been and it is very childish, and you've told the person that stop texting me, okay, why do you need to hear from me it's just it is what it is, Cancer here, okay, or life path 7. So let's see, where is Cancer now? Where is Cancer now? What's going on with Cancer now? So the King of Cups, there you go. So this geezer up in here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces are all up in one's cloud here. Okay, or Claudia, or Clive, or Clive Whittingham. I know Clive Whittingham, he just lost his father. Okay, I went to school with Clive, and he lost his father here. But anyway, this is, like I said, it's where the child or the parent also isn't paying any attention to their children, or their children are not paying any attention to their father or their mother. So there could be an X energy here. But for a start, if we start to look at, like, you know, let's go down to scene 2, Dave. I just had a problem with my camera a minute ago. Camera or Michael, I'm hearing. Or Michelle, Mika, Amelia, Sense Amelia. Someone could be smoking copious amounts of ganja. No, this is not ganja. This is actually just a cigarette. Okay. Could also be a same-sex relationship also, is what I'm kind of hearing from the energy of what people call cigarettes in Britain. Here. Okay, it does not mean that, but, well... Why? I hate this. People ask me this a lot. Why is it that British people call cigarettes fags? Right? Because cigarettes, when you buy them out of a packet, they're actually straight. They're like straight. There are no creases in them or anything. They're straight. So British slang always called them. So it's not straight. Right? It's a roll-up, but it's not straight. Right? Meaning, like, it's a same-sex relationship. I'm not straight. I'm sort of like, you know, in a same-sex relationship. So it can be that kind of thing here. Now, because this could be the guy, right? So I'm thinking about a guy, or Jai, or Guy, the actual name Guy, or Jai, or Julian, or Jason, or Justin, or Jackie, or Jasmine, or Jack. You may have an ex with children, you're not speaking to your ex, and your children are more than likely not speaking to the father also. Probably here. Well, at times. But I'm also hearing Fog on the Tyne is all mine, someone from Manchester, okay, or Leeds, and that place up north in Britain. I'm also hearing Brian, and also the life of Brian, which would be someone that's Jewish. Excuse me, Cancer. So here I'm picking up where there's a problem between the father or the mother. This is either a father or mother, and between the children here that are really not paying respects to the father here, or the father isn't present in the relationship or the ex. This is also to do with around someone new that could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It could be like yourself or a life path 7. Now, this is also thinking a lot about your partner. If you are with them and there's no problems at all, you're just thinking about your partner quite a lot, okay? If you're partnered up and you're not really arguing and you're just kind of like, you know, you're talking now and again when you can, then there's this energy also of where this is like, where what is the king doing? Not speaking to the feminine for a reason of maybe arguments of childish communication, where one of you has been, the arguments have led to text message arguments, okay? So like sending a lot of backwards and forward stuff, and now I'm getting fed up with having to keep look at my phone. This is like, I'm at work. Every time I'm at work, I get distracted and have to keep looking at my phone. And there may have been an argument where this person's like, well, I keep looking at my phone to see if you've sent a message. But this king is kind of like, I have to keep looking at my phone every 2 minutes to think that you may or may not have sent a message. And now I don't know whether you've sent one or not. Well, why can't you just speak to me when I've finished work? Why can't we just let me get my business out the way first, bruv? And then let's fucking do after I finish my business. But I've got business to attend to, right? I've got stuff to get done. I've got things to get finished. Okay, and I might be a busy man and I can't always attend to everybody because I've got clients or Clive or I've got people, okay, to deal with. People, bruv, right? So it could be also a bit of a ducker and a diver. It could also be like clients, can be people that do tarot, and I've got clients and I'm busy with my clients and so on and so forth, and I haven't really got time to think about my love life because I'm at work. That would also be working, okay? I'm also hearing shift work, for people that do shifts, like long hour shifts, like 12-hour shifts or 5, like, you know, and like, you know, this is also, I'm picking up a message here of worrying about what time does my partner finish, because I don't know, because I can't speak to them to find out when they finish work. Because it, like I said, it could be where you've had an argument. Sorry, I'm trying to move out the way of the thing up there. Okay, up there. But like, you know, I don't know what time they finish because I've been put in time out because now I can't speak to them and now I can't let them know what I'm doing. So some sort of like childish behaviour of communication here. So that's where you are now, more than likely. Let's see. So card 2 is challenges and do's and don'ts. So what is Cancer going to be challenged with the next 48? Is, well, speaking your truth and being honest. Oh, there you go. There's more childish communication. You've got the Page of Wands in reverse, and now you've got Judgment. It's talking. I told you I was picking it up as childish communication. This is like, now I can't reach, and I can't reach out to you, and I can't speak to you now. I can't trust you. It might be around where you've been with a Libra, and a Libra has kind of been like, oh, well, now you've told me your feelings. Now I can't be friends because we were friends, and now I can't be your friend anymore because you divulged in your feelings, and now I can't be friends with you. So it might actually be friends, but it could be where, or lesbians, but it could be where someone befriended someone and they're like, no, I'm sorry, but I see you more as a friend than I do like a relationship. It's just like a mutual understanding than what it is a relationship. It can be no more than just friends or just acquaintances, but it can't be any more than that. That's not what I'm looking for. It's not the person I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone else, or I just want to be single and I don't want to, you know, I don't actually want a relationship. Right. Now, this person here could individually also have a lot of children around them here, a lot of kids. Okay. So, because these can be grandchildren, children, your actual children, or the children of the corn of whatever was horny at one point gave birth to a lot of children, right? So that's another message. Now, going on to actual relationship, if you're having dilemmas, or D or Dan or Danielle or D, or anybody's got D in their name, but like, so, or E in their name, or M in their name, like Emma or Emily or Emma, Melissa, Maria, all those. If this is very, like, if this is just the relationship, this is like, well, that's fair, isn't it? Okay, or is there an affair? But like, that's fair, isn't it? To say that if you're acting childish, I'm going to put you in timeout. If you want being timed out, then I'm going to time you out. Okay, I'm not going to tie you kangaroo down sport and be from Australia. It's like, if you want putting in time out like a child, then I'll put you in time out like a child. So, well, I feel like a child. He's not speaking to me. They're not saying anything because of childish behaviour. I said this and it came up in, I think it was Sagittarius or Taurus or Life Path 5, because I read in numerology, where these cards came up very present. Okay, which is to do with childish communication and arguments. Now, within the next 48 hours, it seems like that people may have not watched Patreon where I said don't do this, but people may have just gone ahead and done that anyway. But again, if your partner is not watching this tarot reading, then they could have just done it because they haven't took the advice. So this is now being put in timeout and being put in the naughty corner because someone's been acting naughty. Now, that is either or doing something naughty online that the other person doesn't know about here, okay, because it could be or could not be talking to someone else, right? Now, these are also like private, kind of like private things going on with someone that the other person doesn't know about, or it's just a private conversation that may go on with someone, because this is like being watched. Okay, like I don't like being watched, or I do. Like, it's one or the other. Do you or don't you? It's like a conversation here. Now, there's an energy of where if you are in a relationship here, this is, like I said, it's where someone's lost their temper, maybe a Leo, could be a Leo, Aries or Sag, but could be in their chart all over the place, loads of fire, okay, energy. But don't forget, if it's 5 is Sagittarius, Taurus, life path, so it can still mean fire energy. But again, like, what you're looking at is someone that's been very tempered, had a go at someone, made them feel very stupid, and had a, you know, like a stupid, childish argument. Sorry, I keep ramming it home, but like, if you guys are childish or the other person's childish, then that's the other person that's extremely childish. But this is kind of like, oh, okay, then don't speak then. If you don't want to speak, oh, fucking hell, bro. If you don't want to speak, then don't. Okay, I'm not going to speak. I can't speak to you anymore because I want to, but you don't. It's kind of like, fuck, this is so childish. And it is. These are text messages. They're text messages. Like, why is it that this can happen all of the time over a text message? Stop text messaging each other. Well, you have, more than likely. You're probably not picking up the phone. It's kind of like, I am not. It's like, hello? No, I'm not picking the phone up. You're like, stop texting me, goddammit. Like, hello, like, try to pick up the, like, you're going to pick up the phone and they don't pick up the phone, but they would rather argue via a text message. And you're like, what, you a fucking 2-year-old? Like, stop arguing via a text message and goddamn ring me and call me and talk to me face to face or over the phone. But let's do it face to face. Let's not do it via a text message and act like we've got ambidextrous thumbs, right? Here. And then, so this is your challenged position, right? So in the challenge position is for this person to stop acting like a child and thinking that everything's supposed to go their way. It's like throwing a tantrum and saying, oh, things don't go my way whenever I want them to. And you're kind of like, but it's all supposed to go your way. It's got, oh God, man, I can't even get to grips of, well, I can. It's childish, extremely childish, because it is either a child and a mother dealing with a child, or it's like, I'm not even talking to my mother or father because everyone's fucking crazy. Why is everybody around me so angry all the time? Like, so aggressive? Why do they keep losing their shit and forcing me not to speak to them because they keep fucking getting so angry? They're always angry every time they flip out and make me feel like a little kid because they're always having a go at me because of things that I'm not doing right. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I'm spying and watching every fucking move that you make, that you can't do any move without me knowing about it. And when you get frustrated about it, I can't understand why you don't like listening to me, Dave. You're fucking argumentative. You're provoking. It's like, well, why don't you like that? What am I supposed to like that? Am I supposed to like the fact that you... even I'm getting angry with this person. So this is kind of like, well, I'm honest. At least I'm fucking honest. And you're like, well, what are you honest about? That you're a kid, that you act very childish. It's like, no, I don't. Yes, you do. Yeah, no, I don't. Yes, you do. And you're like, oh my God, here we go again. I'm not going to get drawn into a fucking yes, I do, no, I don't kind of, yes, you do, no, you don't, yes, you do, no, you did, no. It's like, okay, man, let me go through all of my text messages. Okay, here. Let me go through all of my text messages and let me try and fucking go through one from last week where I said to you, what starts an argument? Okay, so let's go back to the first message that I sent. What did it say? Oh, well, I don't know because I'm not really focusing on what you... And you're kind of like, man, again, you've drawn me into another fucking childish argument to now I've got to go through all of my profiles to try and find out where this message is to prove to you that I didn't say that or that I did say this. How fucking childish is that, man? Yeah. Right? Because this is like searching on a profile. This is like YouTube readers and shit like that, and I'm stalking the shit out of you, and I'm implanted a spy into your YouTube channel, or like I'm watching and blah blah blah, right? This is watching but not saying that I'm watching and not saying that I'm feeding back information to other people, like copying their work or shit like that, and I'm just going to hide in the background and not say anything, okay, but I'm going to copy it and take it and say that it's mine. Okay, but if we're looking, because that's another message there for someone, but if this is, because this is people trying to get clients, you see, trying to get clients, and what can I do to implant myself somewhere so I can get what they've got? Okay, so this is why I cut off my comment section here. So I can't be doing with everybody fucking just giving me shit and giving me crap and fucking doing very childish bullying on cyberbullying. I've been cyberbullied for ages. Too long now where I'm like, fuck that, I ain't dealing with it anymore. Comment section's closed. I'm not dealing with anybody on the internet unless you're paying. If you're paying, fair enough. If you're not paying, can't be doing with childish arguments of cyberbullying here. Because this is cyberbullying, right here. Believe it or not, this is cyberbullying. This is like stalking and spying on someone to make them really uncomfortable, okay, as well. So as the story goes as a challenge is that this person could well have been watching certain things to find out information of what you're going to do or say so they can change it, which means, okay, I'm going to watch tarot, I'm going to find out what they're doing, and then I'm going to question them that once they've done the reading. And once they've done the reading, I'm then going to question them to say, you just done a reading on this. Does this mean me? And you're like, no, it doesn't mean you. It is a general fucking reading. It's like, yeah, but you said it in your reading. I didn't mean you. I just meant this is the reading. Stop, like, causing paradox, childish shit. Like, I done a reading. Great. Brilliant. I'm a reader. I'm a tarot reader. Stop watching it. If it's triggering you and mirroring you, stop watching what I'm saying. No, I'm going to watch what you say because I want to find out if you're mentioning our relationship. But it's in the cards, Dave. It's in the sand. It's actually there. It says it in the card. Here. It says that someone's stalking and spying and watching someone's YouTube channel and then questioning them after they've made a comment on something. Now you've commented on by doing the reading because I made it happen in the first place. Like, I used to get in this a lot, right? You argue with someone and you're a tarot reader, right? Your argument and you're a tarot reader. And it affects your work because these are clients and these are people, right? Here, and it affects your work. Before you go to work and before you do this online, someone does like a really childish fucking act and makes you feel really fucking angry because they've provoked you because you're like, oh, well, you got time in order to talk to people online, but you haven't got time to talk to me. And you're like, fuck, hold on a minute, Dave, this is my work. Yeah, you work for yourself. You can have time off. No, I can't. Just because I don't work for a boss, I have to work harder than what you do because you get dental, you get time off, paid, okay, you get holiday pay, you get everything else. I want to ask this to people out there that work for other people. How much time do you get off per year, paid, holiday, and also insurance and dental by who you work for? Covers that. When you work for yourself and you're a tarot reader, you don't get any luxuries like that. You have to work 24/7 because if you want to go on holiday and you have 2 weeks off, no one's fucking paying you. This is why I have like Patreon. I have to keep up with my Patreon all the time because people pay. Okay, so I can't say, okay, patrons, thanks for paying me this month. I'm going to have a month off whilst you pay me. Fuck, I wouldn't ask that of people. Well, I don't know whether they do it or not, but I can't ask that. Okay, so when it comes down to working for yourself, man, I can't just have time off like some people do where they're like, oh, you've got the weekend off. I don't. That's when I've got to channel deceased loved ones and fucking do all of that for people in America, right? So, like, I don't get those luxuries. I don't get those benefits of benefit packs and money off and dental insurance. I don't get any of that. If I want it, I've got to pay it on my own back. So what I have to do? Work. I have to work all of the time to get the money, right, to pay for all of that sort of shit that people get when they work for an employer. You probably get all of those sort of things. I don't. Self-employed. Self-employment is a lot harder than people that are employed. Okay, I mean, you might end up with more money, but it depends on your destiny and it depends on your fate whether you're getting things or not. But that's another message. Now, that can be what creates a lot of these, which is like, okay, I'm going to watch what you're saying when you say it to find out if you are bringing up those kind of comments in what you're saying when I've created that in the first place. Well, then, of course, it's going to come out in a reading. Of course it is, because it's an action that's taken before the reading happens. So it's going to come out. Like, what do people not get about that? Like, any of you ever questioned over that? Like, an action happens in, like, recent past, right? And it happens, and then you're doing a reading, and you're online, you're doing a reading, and then someone questions you over a past action that's presently being done, like, now, right? It's now being called out on bullshit. Okay, so it's here, but it's kind of like this like fucking minefield of like, fuck, this is so shit and boring that I can't be honest and truthful and say what I want to say because I know that I'm being watched. But fuck them, Cancer. I don't give a shit. Me, I've fucking got loads of placements of Scorpio and Aries and fuck knows what else. So I don't give a shit. I've always said it. If you don't like messages and it's ringing true, then, well, lie to your fucking self for a start and see it as the other person's fault. But that's manipulating one's job. That's making them feel really uncomfortable about their job. Now, even if this isn't watching and spying, the challenge is the fact that someone's done so much childish shit here, okay, that by the time they get to work, it's fucked up their whole day because all they can do is think about the argument that they created, okay, or they think that you created it. Right, a drama out of a crisis, very childish fucking communication. Now, this can also be hospitals and stuff as well. Like, my partner or my child is in hospital here, right? Another message, we'll go on to that. But there's this energy of like, fucking hell, man. It's like, for instance, right, I'm just about to channel for you guys, right? And I'm just about to do this reading that you see down here, right? Present here, right? In reverse. And before I start in the morning, I go out and I get washed or I have a shower and shit like that, and someone fucking does something really stupid that really pisses me off. Really much so, right? When I get on here, I can't just cover that sort of crap up. Like, some people can just like go to work and they don't really have to talk to people. I'm online, so my life affects me online because it's in my energy then, it's in my head, and I have to go to work dealing with people that come along that get fed up with listening to the shit that's going on in one's reading, but actual life. Right? Try being a reader for you guys that fucking aren't. And you complain and you bitch and you moan and you get really fucking angry at other people, and you're not even a reader yourself, and you've got no fucking idea what it's like being one when you've got your own shit to deal with here, right? So if that isn't there and it isn't someone watching, it's just the fact that when I get to work, I can't fucking concentrate at work because of why? Because of the childish communication. Someone's been really childish to start an argument, provoked the other person to tell them, look, I'm not putting up with your crap. It's fucking childish. I'm not listening. I don't want to listen. I'm not going to engage in the he did, she did, I did, they didn't, you said, you didn't, you did this, you did. Like, if I respond to that and have to go through all of my fucking messages to prove that I didn't say that or did, then that makes me just as fucking childish as you, to have to keep going through my messages to prove myself right when I know that I am. So you're fucking gaslighting, you're confusing the scenario, because I don't have to prove that I said something or I didn't, right here. And it's like moody, like I'm like fuck, it's just childish. Yeah. I mean, how clearer can it be here? Right. So let's have a look at what, well, that seems like the trigger there. But what is the trigger? Tell me, what is it? What is it that triggers this person off about cancer? So what triggers them off is two cards in reverse. It's about a mother, and a father also triggers you as well. Your mother triggers you, your father triggers you. The father might not even be present in this relationship. The father could have died. This person could also be in a, these are in reverse. I know you're going to be seeing it the other way around, but these are in reverse. You're looking at it as upright, right? But this is where the father and the mother disagree completely and utterly, or the father is never or never has been or isn't present in a child's life, okay? Because it might, the father may have been deceased. This is a deceased family member, deceased father. It's also a very bad illness as well. Like, this is mentally ill, can be ADHD, bipolar, but it can also be really weak in energy. Like, my energy is really fucking weak because I'm in hospital and something going on, and these are like doctors, nurses, medication, like needing to go to the fucking well, not the dentist, but like to the pharmacist and get drugs and so on and so forth, and mental health and drugs, and feeling really weak and I haven't got no energy, and why have I not Okay, that's in reverse. So that's not that. This is like, and being really fucking annoyed that I can't get an answer, like from anything on the general public, or like I can't go to the hospital, or mental health are not fucking helping me. Like in the UK, I don't know if you're from the UK. Okay, but like in the UK, I was diagnosed probably 5 months ago with ADHD, and they said that you've had it more than likely since you were a child. When I went back in the archives of my head, I realised, holy fuck, I was really suffering through ADD at school. And I didn't realise, because I could never pay attention at school, I got classed as a dunce. So I didn't learn to read or write because I couldn't focus on the reading or the writing or anything else other than just what I like in a fucking dream staring out the window. Loads of other things, but when I went back and realised that I'd had it since a very early age that was never noticed or diagnosed by anybody back when I was a kid, like the fucking probably didn't even know what it was. Like teachers weren't even aware that, oh, he might be, you know, he might have mental health problems, undiagnosed. Now 47, found out when I was 46, I think it was, or 47. Okay, so at my age now, I realise I've had it for the rest of like my whole fucking life. But in Britain, they tell you when you go to the doctors, right, mental health test, yes, blah, 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 definitely, 100%, you've got ADHD. To get help is going to take 2 to 3 years before you can even be seen by anybody that might be able to give you medication. So there's no medication, there's no help. Britain at the moment, as well as maybe other places, are suffering a fuck. If you go to a hospital here, you're going to have to sit down for fucking ages trying to get seen by someone here. Because there isn't. You go to the doctors here and they just say, go home and look at Google because there's nothing I can do. You know, but you used to, we can't anymore because of the blah, blah, blah. And so they're not helping. This is like hospitals, doctors or nurses that are not able to help or not helping. But someone's getting really fucking annoyed that a person can't get help physically, mentally or emotionally. Now, that might be to do with hospitals here, right? Now, if it isn't to do with that someone is presently in hospital, they could have lost a father or a mother, and they're really grieving over the loss of a loved one. That is here, okay? But that would be more than likely very recent energy here. But like, because it could also have been awake and it's just been the anniversary of like someone's death and it's brought up a load of memories and blah, 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 right? Or Emery or Emma or Melissa Maria Michael Jackson. But it's like the loss of someone, okay? Trust me, death is something that you get used to if you're suffering from it. I lost my granddad, my granddad, then my father, and then my father's mum, which was my nan, 1 week after my father died, and then I lost my brother, and the only people left in my family is me and my mother. That's it. Everybody else has died. Grandfather, grandmother, okay, and then father, and then brother, okay, so 4 people, okay. So by the time it got to like my brother, I was just kind of like, I was numb to losing people then. I was just kind of like, I didn't see it the same as like, oh my God, it's so devastating and blah, 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 blah. I'd become a lot more, death is just a part of life, you know. Sure, they're in a better place. Let's move on, right? That's me. Not everybody can do that. I can, but not a lot of people can, right? But I can do that. But again, there's this energy of grieving over the loss. Now, this is also in a like a challenged position. Okay, sorry, what did we do? What to focus on and what not to focus on? Sorry, the triggers. Sorry, guys, I'm getting fucking lost. So the triggers in this connection is a mother and a father and a loss, but it's also I'm mentally ill. I'm an illness. I can't fucking change that. I cannot change mental illness. I have a mental illness. I have bipolar or schizophrenia or syphilis or fuck knows what else. But it's something that I cannot change that's medical history and everything else and DNA and God knows what else, blood. I can't change that. Can't do anything about it, can't change it. Individually, I'm going to have to live with it because I have it. Right? So the challenge is stop the other person stop challenging this person. If you're cross-watching and you've got a partner and you know they've got ADD, well, your challenge is to stop challenging this person that has mental illness and stop blaming them and stop being a child, the fact that they're going through more than what you are with a mental illness. Because it's fucking difficult. Because if this person also, their father has a go at them or their mother has a go at them also and is manipulating the situation between mental health, this kid here is individually had a fucking enough of it. They've had enough. They can't take any more because their parents or one of their parents, like, you know, I'm not going to keep bringing up my situation, but my mother, she doesn't understand it at all. And she'll always go, hello. And I'm like, I've got fucking ADHD. What do you not stand there going, hello? Why am I not paying attention? I've got mental health. Like, stop having a go at me, making me feel shit. You're not saying anything. Right, that drives me fucking crazy, like, because I have mental illness, right? So no matter how much you shout and scream at people and say, look, I have ADHD, man, please stop doing those kind of things because that is not helping my mental health. But they do it anyway, right? So people that, like, if you're in a challenged position of your trigger, what triggers you off or them off is the fact that you have mental illness, right? But some people here, they're not even understanding what that's like to have ADHD because they might not. You see, this can be ADHD and bipolar. This person doesn't even have that. They're just kind of like could have attention-seeking disorder or Seekins or Vincent. But I'm always seeking your attention and looking at you very closely to see whatever move you make so I can ask you, what are you doing? Where are you doing? Where are you going? And they're like, oh, stop doing that. Right, because I want to be on my own. I can't focus when there's loads of people around me. I can't focus when there's loads of questions and you're asking me what to, if and what and but and when and like, let's make a plan. Do you want to do this in 5 minutes time? You're like, yeah, hold on a minute. I forgot now. Like, it's like, oh, you forgot. Like, you forgot to talk. You forgot the fact that I need picking up, or you forgot that I have ADHD. I can only think about myself. Okay, I can't think of all of these things, right? You either like it or you lump it, but it's not my fault. So the challenge is to this person to stop doing that. Okay, that's the challenge. Okay. Well, sorry, that's the trigger. The challenge is the same. Is for someone to fucking understand it and stop being so childish and actually realise that this person cannot focus. And they cannot focus at work when being challenged so much before they go to work. I can't seem to focus on work because I have ADD. I can't do it. So stop doing that. Stop making me lose concentration. Okay, I can only concentrate on my work, not my concentration, my work, my parent, my mother, my father, my girlfriend or boyfriend that's also battering my head in. Then I got my father or my brother that's also moaning, and they need, and then just fuck. Right, it is kind of how it feels here. So one more card for the challenged position for Cancer, please. So 9 of Cups, you see. But that's not fair. I want more. So what do you want, bruv? Blood out of a stone, or what do you need, Simon? But like, you know, or Cynthia, or Sarah, or Steve. But again, the 9 of Cups is an energy that's unsatisfied. Okay, it's triggered by you're always looking at one thing that I'm doing wrong and making me feel shit because I've done something wrong like a child. But the other person thinks that, but you have to then do the childish thing. Go back through your profile, through your messages and find out what was said that triggered someone else off that you didn't do right. But why should I have to do that? I'm not a child. Okay, I don't want to have to keep going back through my text messages to find out what the first thing that was said that triggered you off. Because it could have been something that was very trivial and stupid. The most minor card that you can get out of a deck is a page. Minor. Very stupidly minor. Okay. It was nothing. Okay. But someone made it into a major kind of energy here of judgment, of breaking up or splitting up over it. Right? I mean, I'm laughing because it's fucking stupid. Right? Like, I'm not speaking to you. Fucking don't then. You know, fucking don't then. You know, I don't care. You know, it's like that. Oh, you don't care, do you? No, fuck no. I don't. Oh, yes, you're a selfish, arrogant prick. Pisces, you only think about yourself. Oh my God. Like, and then the triggered energy is the 9 of Cups, which means that there's one thing that I'm going to focus on that you're not doing well. Or like, wow, you're doing really well on your diet, aren't you? Like, yeah, great, thanks. Okay. Oh, is that it? Yeah, I said thank you. That's all you need, right? No, I need more input. I need more, like, fucking, you're draining me now. Like, just accept a yes or a no. Okay, you know, I'm trying to grey rock method you and just give you a yes and a no answer. But that isn't enough. I want more than a yes or a no. And you're like, fucking hell, bro. When I say yes, you're not satisfied. When I say no, you're not satisfied. What the hell can satisfy you? Because I can't seem to find Mick Jagger up in this shit, because nothing seems to satisfy the person's need or the want to not trigger the person off by focusing on the one thing that's missing, which is the 10 of Cups. I'm not happy. Well, if you're not happy, then I ain't changing. So what are you not happy with? You being you. So you don't love me then? Yeah. Well, no. Well, yeah. No. What? Okay, so if you're not in love with me, then end it. No. I don't want to finish it. I just want you to be more different. Well, I can't fucking change, Dave. One, I have ADD. And two, people don't change, and a pig doesn't change from a cow to a sheep. So it ain't going to change its spots if it's a leopard, is it? No. So people don't either. But some people do like to keep controlling people until they change their ways, but you ain't. So normally when you say to someone, well, look, I'm me, you're you. Are you okay with me being me? Well, no. So that means that you don't love me. Yeah. So you love me, but you don't like me the way I am. No. So if I can't change, then you don't love me. Yeah. Fuck off. You're not making any sense at all. You don't know, you don't understand what the hell I'm trying to say. This ain't white men can't jump, motherfucker. Okay? Try listening to what I'm saying. Hello. Right, here we go again. Mother. Right? Oh, it's like a bowl of shit, cancer. Like it. Right? So, I mean, me, I'm a very descriptive, passionate reader, right? If it's really relating to you, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. There you go. That's what you got, Dave. Right? Now, if that isn't relating to you at all, you're a single mum, you're on your own, you're not really found anybody, you're looking for someone, you're not found anybody, okay? That you're probably not going out, you may not be speaking to anyone, so you're not really going to find anyone. If you are, you could be online, but that's more of a rejected energy than anything else, and there ain't anything there either. Some of you are just a mum, and you're like, oh, I'm just a mum, just looking to survive, but that's it. Like, there's no, I don't want no men or women in my life, or I do, but I can't seem to find one. Everyone that I've got or want is taken, and they're always with someone, but they're arguing as well, so I might as well just stay on my own. Okay? Or that's this person. So thanks very much, guys. Really do appreciate it. If you would like to join Patreon, that is where you will get all 10 of those questions, but they will be based on 1 week instead of next 48, like what's going on now, right? You'll get the whole week. So where are you now? Challenges, do's and don'ts for the week. What to focus on for the week. What not to focus on. Their thoughts about you on this situation for the whole week. How do they feel about you? When will that change? What that look like near future? Okay, suggested approaches, do's and don'ts. Do this and don't do that. Okay, reverse psychology, all that sort of stuff. And then we go into the outcome for the whole week of what it looks like at the end of the week. If you would like that, you will need the silver or the gold tier. Okay, so that is provided for Patreon. If you want to join the join ride and you want to join the join button, that is $2 or $3. That's where I channel deceased loved ones, and then I also give free tarot card readings to the people that have joined. It's not free, it just means that you can ask whatever kind of question that you want if you're a member. You can join when you see a live going up if you like. It is only $2 or $3. You can say, hi Steve, my name is blah blah blah, this is my question, bomb, there you go, done, next. That goes live every other night. And then on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, or Saturday or Sunday, is when I go live and do the deceased loved one channeling of your deceased parents, loved ones, mother, father, anybody, okay? So if you want that, you'll need to join the join button, or just join when you see me going live if you're not around. But you get a whole month on there for $2 or $3. It doesn't cost much, and it really helps me out. So thanks very much, guys. Really do appreciate it. The full reading is over on Patreon, and I'll see you soon.